Welcome. My name is Miranda with Miranda Rose Refresh. I'm going to document my soap making journey, and I am inviting you to come along with me. Hopefully, we'll have many successes, and I'll hopefully learn a lot. So let me just show you the ingredients that and supplies that I've gathered to make our wonderful soap. Okay, so I have got gloves, first of all, for safety when you're dealing with lye. I have a kitchen digital thermometer. I purchased that from Amazon. A kitchen scale. This is the brand of scale that I purchased off of Amazon. And a hand blender, and also from Amazon. I also went to my local thrift store and purchased a pot to mix my oils and a dish to make the lye and a spatula. I figured I would just keep that in my soap making supplies and not use it in the kitchen. So this is the sodium hydroxide that I've purchased to make the lye for this soap. The oils that I'm using is African shea butter, coconut oil, cocoa butter, rice bran oil, and olive oil. And don't forget your molds for your soap. All right, let's get started. All right, so I've got all my oils in my pot, and the recipe called for 75 grams of cocoa butter, and I'm hoping 76 will be okay. So I'm going to put it on the stove now and let it all melt together. All right, so I've got my heat set to between low and 3, and you don't want it to boil or anything. You just want that to melt, and then you can add your fragrances if you want to use essential oils, what have you, after this is melted. And then you'll take the oil and the lye mixture, and when the temperatures of both are about 100, then you can mix the lye into the oil, and then I'll talk to you more about that when the time comes. I've got my water and the sodium hydroxide mixed, and you want to be very, very careful. That's why I use gloves and I have my glasses. But it heats up. There's a chemical reaction. So how I measured everything on my scales, you turn it on, and with my oils, I put my pot on top, and then I zeroed it. So with the pot on there, it shows 0 grams. And then I added each of my oils. So for my recipe, I used 225 grams of coconut oil, 150 grams of rice bran oil, 150 grams of olive oil, 150 grams of shea butter, and 75 grams of cocoa butter. And then you can add 11 grams of your fragrance oil once the oil is melted. And then as far as the water and the lye, this recipe called for 200 grams of water and 104 grams of sodium hydroxide. So hopefully with this recipe, it's going to be great. We're going to have some great soap. I'm really, really hoping. And something else too. In my research, I was really surprised at how much there is to learn about soap making. So different oils or fats that you use produces different qualities in a soap. So some soap is more moisturizing, some lathers more, some is more cleansing, some is more harsh. So I found it really, really interesting, and maybe I'll add some information about the different types of oils I used and why. But my oil all melted and combined, so I'm going to turn the temperature off and add my fragrances, and we'll measure the temperatures of both. So my first batch, I used frozen coffee instead of water. And I had to call a friend because see that big crack? I'm not sure what caused it. She said maybe the temperature of the oil mixture and the lye weren't low enough yet. So I made another batch, like a half batch, and this I used water instead of the frozen coffee, and we'll see once it starts setting up, we'll see if it splits like that. But I was real careful about combining everything when the temperatures were closer to 100. So I'll keep you updated on how they turn out. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we can learn all of this together. Bye-bye.